Good morning, Standard 5 students. Today in this class we will start about the three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gases. Let us start about the solid, liquid and gases. You can see the matter exists in three states: solid, liquid and gases. So we will discuss about all of them one by one. So first we will discuss three states of matter. On the basis of arrangement of molecules, how can we divide the matter into three states? It is divided on the basis of the molecular arrangement of the solid, liquid or gases of matter that can categorize them into solid, liquid and gas. A state of matter is one of the distinct forms in which matter can exist. That means the molecular arrangement decides whether a matter will be a solid, a liquid or a gas. So let us discuss about solids first. Solids have a fixed shape and size. That means the shape and the volume of solids are fixed. You cannot easily change the shape of the solid. In whatever container you will keep the solid, they will remain as the same shape as it is, and their volume is also fixed. There is a strong force of attraction within the molecules of a solid. Due to this, molecules are packed very close to each other. That means the molecular attraction between the molecules of a solid are very strong. That's why they are very close to each other and they are very closely and tightly packed. The intermolecular force of attraction is very strong and the space is negligible. The space between the molecule is negligible. That means intermolecular space between the molecules in solids is negligible. In this picture you can see molecular arrangement of solids. You can see the picture. Molecules are very close to each other. You can see the molecules, they are very close to each other. There is negligible space to move. That's why the molecules are very tightly packed, because they don't have negligible space, they have to move freely in the particles. You can see the examples of solids: brick, coal and rocks. They all have fixed shape. In whatever place, in whatever container you will keep them, they will have the same shape and their volume will also not change. Now about the liquids we will see. Liquids do not have a fixed shape. That means the shape of the liquids are not fixed. They take the shape of the container in which they are poured or kept. Whatever container we will keep, if we will take a tea, some amount of tea in a cup, then it will take the shape of the cup. If we will pour the tea in a glass, it will take the shape of the glass. That means whatever container they will be kept, their shape will be like that only. Unlike solids, molecules in liquids are not very closely packed, as they have less force of attraction between them. That means intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules of a liquid is less than solid. They are not so much closely packed also because of the less molecular attraction between the molecules of the liquids. This results in the free movement of the molecules in a liquid. Since they have a space between the molecules, so they can move freely. Their kinetic energy is more than the solids. That is why liquids can flow easily. Since they have a space between the molecules, that's why they can flow also. They have fixed volume and that can be measured also. So they have fixed volume. If 1 liter of milk we will take, in any container the volume will remain 1 liter only, but it will change the shape according to the container we will take. In this picture you can see arrangement of molecules in liquids. It is very clear. It is very clear in this picture. You can see the distance between the molecules. Here distance between the molecules. They have a space to move between the molecules. That's why they can move freely and they can flow also. Now let us see the examples of liquids. You can see juice, water, oil, milk, soft drinks, vinegar. All are the examples of liquid. They exist in nature as liquid form. Now next we will see about the gases. Gases do not have any shape or size. That means the gases volume is also not fixed and shape is also not fixed. The molecules in gases are very loosely packed as compared to solids and liquid, because there is negligible force of attraction between the molecules. That means their intermolecular force of attraction is negligible. They are least attracted to each other. So they move freely in all directions and fill the entire space available to them. That means there is no fixed volume. They take the space, whatever available to them, that will become their volume. So they take the whole space, they move freely, since the intermolecular attraction between the molecule is very less and the intermolecular space is most in the gases, so they can move freely. Their kinetic energy is the most because they have much space to move apart from each other. Unlike solids and liquid, gases cannot be seen, we can only feel them. Only few gases have color and all the gases are colorless, so we cannot see them. Now you can see the molecular arrangement in gases, how much distance they have between the molecules. You can see they are far apart from each other. That's why they can move freely. Their intermolecular space is too much and they can move freely. So they take the whole space, whatever available to them. The environment is also made up of different kinds of gases. We know that air is also a mixture of gases. Examples are oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide and hydrogen are some common gases. Oxygen and carbon dioxide are also two important gases that is very much important for the survival of life on the earth. We know that all living things need oxygen to breathe. Without oxygen, living things cannot survive. And plants also need carbon dioxide to make their food. Without carbon dioxide, plants cannot make food. And if plant will not make food, the other animals that depend on plants will also not survive. Thus, these two gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide, are necessary for the survival, for the life on the earth. That is very important for our life. Examples of gases you can see is steam, smoke, oxygen, carbon dioxide, tear gas, helium and many other gases are also. Now you can see the characteristics of solid, liquid and gases. One by one we will discuss point wise. In solids, solids are rigid in comparison to liquids and gases. That means their shape is fixed. They have rigidity in their shape because their molecules are tightly packed. The liquids is not so rigid, liquids is not rigid. Gases are also not rigid. Second point is they have a definite shape and volume. That means solids have a definite shape and volume. In whatever container they will keep, their shape will remain same and their volume will also remain same. But in liquids, they have definite volume but no definite shape. We know that they take the shape of the container, but volume will remain as it is in whatever container you will pour it. Gases neither have definite shape nor definite volume. They take the shape of the container and volume of the container. Third point is solid particles have low kinetic energy because they don't have space between the molecules. They have negligible space between the molecules. Liquid molecules have intermediate kinetic energy because they have more space than solids in between the molecules. And gases possess the very high kinetic energy because their molecules are very far apart from them. Their intermolecular space is also most. Now next point is it can't be compressed. Solids can't be compressed appreciably because they are tightly packed, their molecules. Liquids can be compressed because they have space between the molecules, and gases can be compressed easily to some extent level because their molecules are far apart from each other. Now next is their molecules are held tightly by strong nuclear forces. Molecules are very tightly packed and they have very strong molecular attraction. In liquids, molecules are held tightly at an intermediate level, that means so much not tightly. In gases, very weak attraction forces are present between the molecules. Now, in solids, next point, solids are present in a very dense form, that means high density, they have very high density. Liquids density is present at an intermediate level and gases possess very low density because they have very much space between their molecules. Last point is that solids cannot flow easily because they are tightly packed, they have no space to move freely. Liquids can flow, they are known for their flowing property only. Gases flows and evaporates easily because their molecules are far apart from each other. These are the characteristics of these three states of matter. Thank you students, we will meet in the next class again. Thank you all of you.